Well, tomorrow stands a very important day in terms of privatization of Air India. Home Minister Amit Shah will be chairing a crucial high-level meeting tomorrow with the important other bureaucrats. Finance Minister, Civil Aviation Minister, Commerce Minister and important secretaries are set to be part of the meeting. What we are picking up is that tomorrow is the day, the decision-making day, the D-Day for Air India. The government will be taking a final call on how to go ahead with it and what lies in the fate of Air India. Last week on October 14th, core group of secretaries met in order to discuss certain kind of solutions for Air India privatization. What we have picked up is they've suggested three major suggestions that could be considered by the Amit Shah panel. First suggestion talks about postponing the whole process of Air India privatization and further pushing away the EOI deadline, which is currently on October 30th. Second suggestion is to bring certain kind of changes and structural changes in selling the airline. Third is to give all liberty to investors to decide how much of the debt can they take over in order to buy the airline. Tomorrow's panel will try and review these three suggestions and take a final decision on Air India and privatization. We all know that this is the second attempt at stake sale. First was unsuccessful attempt because of the kind of no incentives that the government was giving. This time government has provided with 100% selling of the airline rather than keeping certain part of it in the government owned shares. But even then looks like the incentives are not enough to lure the investors and bidders, and probably there should be something more that they're expecting. What my sources also said, that they've reviewed certain queries that have come in from probable bidders and investors, and they're also trying to specifically see if they can do something about it. Currently the debt that investor probable bidder will have to take is about 23,000 crore, which is almost 1/3 of the total debt that was listed by Air India, which was about 60,000 crore in January. Government made certain changes, but looks like that is still not possible, and government may sweeten the deal further by bringing certain kind of change in the enterprise value that the investors or bidders could take place. Well, let's not forget that Civil Aviation Minister on record has mentioned that there is no second option for Air India. It either has to be sold or it will be shut down. That's a major word statement coming in, and keeping in mind the kind of distress and process that disinvestment of Air India is taking. Looks like well, all eyes are on this statement. If really this is going to be the fate of Air India, aviation sector in India has really been seeing the worst. Jet Airways was one of them. Currently, with the kind of distress and COVID-19 pandemic, even the biggest of best of domestic airlines in the country are facing losses. With that, Air India has been a front runner rather with the Vande Bharat mission, and has been at the doorstep of saving every Indian and getting them back to the country, and playing a major role in aviation when it comes to the kind of distress that the country was going in past few months. In all this, very interesting and important to see what's going to be the fate of Air India. Is it going to be Tata's? Is it going to be some other bidder? Or is it going to be the end of Air India?